Hello, today I will make a video describing how the internals of Smith application configuration works. So here on the screen you can see the uh, profile which contains 5 applications. Those are 5 currently supported by Submit application. So in general you can see that there is a root XML element, the name is fixed, then you have a profile here, then you have a localization key responsible for the name rendering in the submit application. Then you can see the grid space with the wildcards everywhere on 5 levels, so it will match any project. You can place specific GUIDs for some font or for some priority or focus item that will be used to filter our profiles when then a project is trying to render the list. It will be matched against the current user project, and then profile can be shown or not, depends on whether it will match the grid space. GUID is just some unique thing for profile to distinguish them. Also very interesting is the start date and end date, which is used in the submit application to detect whether this profile is still active or not. If current date is outside of this date range, then profile cannot be used anymore. So this was meant for some extraordinary submits like we have in 3.0 or something like that. Now the internals. Actually, this is the list of things that is going to be submitted, and then the whole idea is that there's the names here, like bin name, those names are fixed. Actually they are used to get the services inside ERC, inside Blue Rabbit, which are responsible for submitting. So you can see that the mapping is really from these constants to some service names inside Blue Rabbit. So if we wanna have another application being able to be submittable, then we need to extend this list. So currently there are only five of them. So let's look at one particular line here, and you can see that the bin name we discussed, this is the name of the service. Localization key, it's used for rendering the name of the application inside the submit application, and then those are actually keys inside the messages, like let's search for it. Okay, here we go. So we can see the names that put here, and it's logical because the set of application is not going to be extended very often, and also the localization files are available for easy editing, so we externalize the name of the app. PDF means that PDF files can be generated, Excels are generated, email means that the result of when the profile is submitted, the results are sent to email. Mandatory means that even in case the application is not ready to submit, then we still can submit the overall profile thing. So let's see how it works in real life. So I have my local server up and running. I'm going to back office. Pretty unusual case. There is application calls import export profiles config. So in the bottom there is export current profiles. It will export the current XML that we have in the system. You can have a file, like if you create it for on test and now you are going to put it into production, in the file is on your local hard drive, then you can use this functionality. We are going to stick with this one, which is like the free form painting. Let's import this profile here. Okay, we got the green. Green is always good. Now we going to PRV. Here I logged as one of the projects I have. This is my local database, so do not try to reproduce it on test right away. So we are going to submit application here. First of all, you need to make sure that my project user has all the roles here. But to get to submit application, you need to have a submit role at least. Okay, so we are going to submit application. All the roles are set up for my user. We go in here. Okay, we see this interface here. So I press edit, and we see this is the name of profile that we are imported. It's only one. This is the only one profile here, and its name is rendered according to this. So in the messages we can search for this key, and you can see this is the first profile. So if we change to something like this, and then we go to and reload and edit, we can see that the name of profile was changed. So it's pretty straightforward and easy to modify the rendering of a profile name here. So let's select the first profile. Now we see the application rendered here. Again, those names are taken from the localization file. So for instance, we see that the Prosa is this key it's taken from here, Prosa title. So in general we can put something else here, but let's add the missing localization. Let's say Prosa. Then we go to application again, reload, select profile. Okay, so we see that the name is here. So it's pretty straightforward. Then let's move on with the configuration. Say we want to create the second profile. So what we do, actually I'm doing it right here. You most probably will do this in XML editor of some kind. You create another profile. You need to give it another name. I have some in my localization file already. Profile 2. I will left everything as it is for now. Press import. Okay, I have a green light. Now let me reload the application again. Edit. Ta-da! I have a second profile here, so I can select it. They're pretty much the same, so it's not interesting. Let's keep the profile, and let's just keep the simulated budget here. We can actually put it like this. Okay, press import, everything is imported. Okay, and then we go here, edit, and we see that the I put the name as a profile, I put as the name of application. So we see that the profile is called simulated budget. We go in and it's only simulated budget application here. So that's pretty much it. The only thing missing about the configuration is that activity ID you need to make sure that application is submitted to test. It's not application ID, it's activity ID. Sorry. So it's in the back office. Yeah, configuration properties file. So those are the tests parameters that we introduce for security. Now you need something else, like you need to have a submit activity ID and its number, like whatever. And this one is required for submit application to be able to use this URL and API to submit files, because if you are using the test application, then you can select activity ID from the drop down list. In case with the submit applications, when the files are sent, we need to know the activity beforehand. So it should be pre-configured in the configuration properties. So that's pretty much it. We can you can play yourself with the XML here. Rename, try different read spaces marks. Actually, you see, like I put the goods here, they're not that important. And then you can try to play with the dates and the stuff and then see how things are done. That's all for configuration video. Thanks for watching.